Go check it out. Wow.
Shut down, but some of them are still going, hospitals and schools, but they're...
I'm almost...
And the job I was on, that's supposed to...
Yeah, you... I think I sent you a friend request on Facebook.
Well, if I... Oh, brother. All right. I'm going to say something, but I'm going to preface it with I don't want you to be offended. Because that's important to me. I only accept friend requests from people I've known prior to... Wait for it. 1980.
That's fine. Oh, yeah, you said that before. That's cool. It's okay. You're not on active on there anyway.
There's one thing I use Facebook for, and that is trying to reconnect with classmates from back then, and that's it. Other than that, I really don't have any use for
whatever. Yeah, it's a thing. Who knows? They can't go on that much longer. I don't know.
No, there's two things that really piss me off about Facebook. One, Facebook Messenger.
Sites are going to start up at some point this summer.
Like a tick programmed Facebook Messenger. It is more blood-sucking in your privacy and your files and your data and cookies than a freaking blood-sucking tick. So I hate that, number one. Mark Zuckerberg is a close number two if he's not tied for number one with the blood-sucking tick messenger. But number two, standing all on its own, is... what is number two? Well, number one and number two are so powerful. What's the second thing I dislike about it? Oh, the fact that they changed all the personal avatars to a circle, because mine fit into a square, and it now cut off the four corners and made what I posted there look ridiculous, because it was meant to be a square avatar, like every other. Hey, Mark Zuckerberg, are you listening? Every other avatar.
Some crap. In big blue there.
Cut the corners off to make it Facebook's arrogance. Some serious reasons I dislike Facebook. And one
Yeah. Good Lord, splash from up above.
Well, I hear it. I don't know who it is.
Ken and Billy. And I don't know who else is up there.
What? Billy's too good to be hanging with us?
I guess. Who knows? Who cares?
Well, you know what? They're not so special. The repeater hasn't picked them up. See that? That's the new litmus test of what's happening these days. If you're on the New York City repeater, you're pretty happening, and even they don't make the grade.
That's right. If you're not making the repeater, you ain't nothing. W3MMR, because it's been a while.
And one BCG. It's time for all those lurkers and skulkers and people hiding in the shadows to come forward and burst out of that closet. Probably not a good expression. Key up and let yourself be known here on Frequency.
I need a longer Ethernet cable, man. I gotta put ferrite on this Ethernet, because when it rains out, I get like RF in here, and every time I key up, it kills my live feed, and it's wet outside.
I bet you were. It's just an American thing. I remember what the name of it is. Yeah.
I don't know, Clark. I'm gonna go up on 85 and go listen. I'm gonna take a break for a bit, but I'm gonna go up there.
Well, maybe we should all migrate.
Yeah, I figured we all might as well be in one place instead of beating each other up with our side bands.
Yeah. You know what? Let's do that. Let's go take over their frequency. Let's just be like an invasive species on 3885.
Why don't we just go to 3880 and then we can take over, and then we'll just slowly migrate up.
Oh, they'll love that. Now, I'll see you on 85.
All right.
Yeah, I got over that.
Yeah.
Hello there.
About somebody cutting in front of me or tire blowing out or some stupid thing. I tell you, riding down the road, doing 130 there, racing a Z28, way back when. That was pretty scary on the highway there. I mean, my windshield was
W2BTK.
Hello, Billy.
and I had my window open. I should have kept it closed. The sound of the guardrail there.
Back to the
It's going by. It was a little unnerving. I said, I ain't doing that again. But anyway, let me bring it up a little bit. The old DFO.
W3MMR.
W2.
Kind of drift a little bit. You don't move it. It gets cold and changes frequency. Anyway, where are you located? You got a nice sounding station there, very strong over here. Hope we're half as strong where you are. Into MRA.
Yeah, I sounded down that way, man.
All right, Art. Yeah, I don't want to monopolize. I just came in here. There was a conversation going before I got here. We're in New Jersey. We're 30 miles north of Atlantic City.
Job has a sound.
Right on the coast, and running a Class E rig, a homebrew Class E rig. It's not mine. I built it for my wife. I'll eventually get mine done. I haven't had time to work on it, but I'm thinking about doing it now because there's nothing else to do, so I might do that. But that's what you're hearing over here. It's solid state, Flex 5000 for an exciter receiver, and that's about it. I hear Perry in there also, so there you go.
Good evening.
Yes, we've decided to invade your QSO and one BCG.
Yeah, it's a free country, man, you know.
We figure we come up and be one big happy AM family.
There you go. We got Orton here. He's an old-time street racer, so we're just listening to a couple of stories. I tell you what, Art, the static's starting to give you a run for your money.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good evening, Arthur.
Good evening, Perry. How's your hum? Did you fix the hum?
Well, the fan hum's still in there, but I fixed the issue I was having last night.
What issue was that?
Wire came off a resistor in the cathode bias circuit of the amplifier there, and was causing the tube to oscillate.
Oh, okay, very good. You know, the first thing when I do, I get a radio, besides looking it over, I tighten every nut and bolt on there, make sure there's good grounds.
There you go. Hey, EMY, are you hearing us? Just wondering, if he keeps keying up going, ooh, yay. Just wondering if he's hearing anybody.
Good evening. Oops. I'm sorry, I'm getting feedback from the scanner. N1 BCG, good evening.
Good evening, Clark.
Are we being rebroadcast, Clark? Did we get picked back up by the network?
Yep. Well, apparently we are. So, Artie, if you're in Long Island, whoops.
A while ago, and a guy broke in there and just started, one way into somebody. I got bored, so I came down here. So, I don't know. I guess I missed everybody. What's going on?
Nothing much. Decided to get the...
Really? Oh, wow. Anyway, we finished doing all the audio mods, as much as I'm going to do on this radio. So, I hope I made it better. That's all I got to say. And what was that frequency again?
As you can hear it feeding back, 446-925. And there he is. Hey, Jack.
You gotta love it.
Or, I like getting on when there's a lot smaller group.
Yeah, which is hard lately because, everybody's home and using their radios all the time, it seems like. But
yeah, your repeater is the talk of the frequency. I can actually drive around listening to my favorite 75-meter frequencies with the comfort of a scanner in my car. So great service you're providing.
Number two, if you're legal. No, it's not. No, it's not. The person on the
Wow, I think this is a surreal moment. We're cross-banding between UHF and 75 meters. How amazing is that?
Yeah, and it's AM and FM. It's fabulous. I think
Well, there you go, everybody. AM and FM, 3875 and 446-925 FM. N1 BCG. I feel so networked now.
Yeah, you want that.
everybody and just, take note of how everybody's keying style and if people are walking on me and this and that. And then I turn the amp on and I look at my notes while I'm talking.
Well, that's one thing. Up until about a couple of months ago, this rig wasn't even really set up to push to talk. Now it is. This is my homebrew pair of 814s modulated by a pair of 811s, and it only does 100 watts, which...
I didn't have a UHF receiver for a long time either, and then I got an 8800. And I was able to, drive around and listen to all kinds of great stuff without needing a big antenna on the car. It's like a luxury.
Yeah, very good. Let me ask you a question. What is the point of rebroadcasting this?
What's the question?
I can't hear him talk.
Oh, that's because you guys are probably too close.
I know he's out there, but I can't hear him. It's in the noise. Very low audio here.
No, that's because you guys are too close. You're both on Long Island. That's why you can't hear him.
Hey, you gotta say it right. It's Long Island.
Hey, my cousins grew up in Seaford, right near Wantor. I know how to talk Long Island.
Yeah, that's right next door. Seaford.
Store.
The next town over. East of me.
Right next door.
That's right. Hudson Avenue in Seaford.
My youngest boy bought a house there in Seaford.
Well, anyway, pretty cool that we're on the repeater, so I love that. N1 BCG, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, I think it's great. W3 MMR. Hold on, I'm adjusting something here. Stand by. Wait 1. I'm sorry. This won't take long. I'm trying something here. It won't take long, I promise. But anyway, everyone's coming in great. Except for the gentleman on Long Island, our rebroadcaster friend. Just a little low here because of the static crashes, but if it wasn't for that, he would probably be coming in here. Hi, fine business, OM. W3 MMR.
Sounding good, Perry. Anyway, what are we doing here? 3884.91716. Whatever. Anyway, let's finish all the mods here, Perry. Hopefully we sound much better, or anyway, or no worse than what they were sounding. I had this thing up and down on the bench today, so that's it. I'm done. I ain't working on it. Somebody with a 7 call sign emailed me. They want to know what I did to my Viking 2, and they wanted the mod. wanted me to send them the mods, and they were actually going to pay me for them. I said, what? Pay me for the mods? I can send you an email? So I send them out in an email, and, hey, whatever. N2MIN, whoever cares.
Well, that's cool. I think it sounds fine, Art. It doesn't sound any worse. I don't know. I can't really say if it sounds any better. But it definitely doesn't sound any worse. But like I was telling you, Art, try to get your hands on a couple different D104 heads. D104s, or at least the heads of them, and try a few different D104s out with the rig, and find one that suits your voice. I went through 8 of them before I found one that was really good, and that made the biggest difference in my audio on my DX100, was finding a good head.
Yeah, it's hard to find good heads.
I knew that was coming.
You said it. I don't think this thing's going to have much luck with high frequencies. It's, I don't know, just the mod transformer and all that business. The only other thing I might do to it is have to buy some Xena diodes and put a negative peak limiter in it so I don't blow the mod transformer. Anyway, that's how that goes. But other than that, I'm finished modifying it. I'm not going to go into part 2 of modifying the Viking 2 and changing the tubes.
Using stuff you have, so...
And I said, that's it. Part 1, that's all I'm doing on this thing. The other thing is I got to get some, I think they're 0039s at 1.2 kV capacitors. That'll increase my bandwidth and give me more highs. But that's on the plate choke, and I don't know. You said I might do a lot of splattering if I change them. That's splatter capacitors.
I'd leave it alone, Art. You know, it's at this point you're gonna. Well, the negative peak limiter would be fine to do, but I would besides that, I'd leave it alone. You sound fine, you know, and I think, like I said, I think you should leave it.
Thank you. Hey, Clark, you still there, or are you hiding?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We're all still here. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just adjusting the peak wattage, the peak reading response of my watt meter.
Hey, Perry, that Henry 3K, I was looking that up. It says it does legal limit, but you can put like 5,000 volts on the plates?
Not on this one. 4K. You put 4,000 volts on the plates of this one.
Alright, what tube was in there? 1200? 3CX 1200?
Yeah, the 1200 D7, not the A7, the D7.
Does that do 160?
This amplifier, no, it does not do 160, unfortunately. But I have another amplifier that does, so not a big deal.
Yeah, me either. I can't put up a 160 antenna anyway. But the only capability I have for 160 on AM is the Viking 2, or the sideband would be my 746 and 7000 ICOMs. But yeah, I looked up that tube on spec sheet and it said you can put $5,000 on the plates, and it runs 700 milliamps.
Plate current? Yeah, I mean, you could, I guess. I guess the maximum ratings. I mean, this is a pretty stout, pretty tough tube, man. And this thing does the job, and it's brand new and it's hard to beat. But they're about $1,300 new, so I hope I don't ever need one.
You purchased that brand new?
No, it came with the amplifier. A new one came with it.
No, I mean the amplifier. You got it brand new or you second hand?
No. It's second hand, but it looks brand new and everything about it. It might as well be brand new. except for some of the cold solder joints that I have, but that happens in transport.
Yeah, okay. Just curious. Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm supposed to be getting the Drake L4B down in Florida. But I told the guy, I said, I'll give you more money if you want to ship it. And he was my neighbor around the corner from me, AM guy. He's the one who got me started in AM with the... that was strictly plastic and...
That's what I'm going to do with that one.
Operator, you know, and that was it. He got me involved with all these tubes and everything else again. I had thrown tube caddies out. I said, I ain't going to use these anymore, and I'm not servicing TVs and radios and all that stuff anymore. Different end of the field. So I asked anybody if they wanted them. Nobody wanted them, so I put them out on the curb. And right now I could kick myself that I did that. Into MIN for ID.
W3MMR. Well, it sounds good, Art. And the L4B, that's a nice amplifier. I know a lot of folks who have those. What the hell's going on there? And a lot of guys really enjoy those things, so you should enjoy it. But I'm running 300 watts right now of carrier at the moment, and peaking up around around 1300 or so. I don't want to run any. I don't want to run any harder than this because my radio is running up against the edge. I'll run out of headroom when the radio, so I should probably back it down. I don't need to run it this hard anyway. There's not much of a difference between 200 and 300 watts.
No, that's all I run on my 813 amp.
Like that.
The DX60. And when it peaks at 1100.
There you go. Hold on a second here. There we go. 122. This mod monitor in this thing's kind of funky in this LP500. Alright. There we go. 122 test. W3MMR. I'm gonna shut up for a bit.
Yeah, let's see how long you can keep that up.
Yeah, you got room to talk.
BTK was in there before. He was running 20 watts, and he was giving me 10 over 9 over here on 20 watts.
Yeah, we moved down to 73 like the second we moved up here.
What's the matter? You don't like us?
I don't know, but I can tell you he's not running 20 watts. Now, anyway. One, two, three, three, three.
Does anybody know it's just pulsing on the radio? Every so often you hear this pulsing. I was wondering if that's radar or what that signal could be.
What that?
Yeah, that's it.
That's what is known as the Boston Buzzy. It's Clark knows the exact answer. It's a college up in Massachusetts. that's measuring the ionosphere and sends out pulses up and down the HF bands, like up and down 80 meters and up into 4 megahertz to measure the ionosphere. It's called an ionoson.
Yes, it's an ionosound. Ionosond, S-O-N-D, sorry.
Oh, is that like radar or something there?
It's HF radar. They transmit digital pulses on HF on a frequency sweep upwards, and then measure the time delay it takes for it to come back.
Oh, that would tell them how far it is away. What are they looking for? Density?
I don't know. I think they're trying to measure the height of the ionosphere.
There's also one in Wallops Island, Virginia, that we found out. So we may be hearing that one or the one in Massachusetts, but apparently there's a bunch of them around.
Wow. Big stuff. All right. What time is it? Anybody know what time it is? I should put a clock down here. I can't find my clock my daughter and son-in-law gave me. It says Artie's Garage, always open. And I had that hanging in my garage when I was in Florida.
You must be a fan of Chicago. Does anybody know what time it is?
It's 2310 UTC.
Thanks. Universal time. I have to go figure that out.
Nah, it's 1911, 711. 7:11 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, I just might shut this thing down. I've been down here most of the day, and I think I'm going to go make love to my Haagen-Dazs ice cream, my pint of ice cream.
Boy, you got Perry's attention.
I couldn't key up fast enough. I'm like over here trying to find the foot switch, and and then Clark beat me to it. I'm affectionately known as Creamy G, Art, because last summer I was unemployed and I was off for pretty much about at least half the summer. And Mr. Softy, the ice cream truck, used to come through my neighborhood between 4 and 4:30 every day. And I would be on the radio, and me, Clark, and the rest of the guys would usually be on at that time. Excuse me. And every day I'd be like, hold on, I gotta go, I'll be right back, Mr. Softy's here. And I was affectionately nicknamed Creamy G, W3MMR, Creamy G.
Yeah, okay. That's not a bad thing.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's the famous Carvel ice cream that we have here. Tom Carvel with Fudgy the Whale. But anyway, yeah, my daughter bought me some Haagen-Dazs ice cream. It's got whiskey in it. I forgot what else. She bought me a few of them. I had bourbon and some kind of, oh gosh, I can't think of it. Praline nuts in there. And man, that thing was good. I couldn't put that thing down until the pint was empty. So with that, 73s, guys, N2MIN, it's been a pleasure. All on this end. Talk to you tomorrow.
Wow, Florida man arrested for DWI while driving while binge eating ice cream.
That sounds about right. See you, Art. Great hearing you. We'll catch up with you later on. Maybe tomorrow morning. W3MMR. Yeah, that sounds applicable to Florida, Clark.
By the way, I got another Florida man here. What was it? Oh, for Pete's sake! See, he keys up before he can actually read it. Sorry about that. Oh no, wait a minute! I got it right here. Florida man who threw toilet through window in East St. Louis found with second crapper.
Oh my God.
See that? No shortage, as Third World Dictator and whatever on the web SDR says, no shortage of Florida man stories.
No, there's definitely not any shortage. What I every time you say Florida Man, I get, or anybody does, I get this song stuck in my head. I think it's a Cheap Trick song. I don't think it's called Florida Man, but it's something Man. I can't remember.
Hey, Clark?
Yes, sir.
Curious, are you still doing bail bonds?
Bail bonds?
Yeah.
That was, you thinking of KBW maybe.
Doubling.
K1 KBW?
Yes, he used to do bail bondsman stuff.
Oh, I thought you did that.
No. No, I'm not down with kicking people's doors in.
Oh, okay. 73 and who am I in?
California Man is that song by Cheap Trick that I always sing. In California Man. Yeah, Clark, man, I could see you all like flak jacketed up. Says like official bail bondsman across your back. Like warrant service.
Oh yeah. I was thinking it would be kind of fun to do repo man for aircraft and stuff like that. So you got to sneak into these airports late at night and steal planes. Well, not really steal them, but basically repossess them for the bank. That would be interesting. But going to kick in people's doors and tell them that they're wanted in court, I don't know. That doesn't sound like something I'd do as a hobby.
I think that would be absolutely epic.
Yeah, well, go talk to Bob KBW about it. He used to do it.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm talking about you. If you did it, I want nothing to do with it.
Oh, I see. Fine for me to do, but you wouldn't do it.
Yeah, you're right. You know, isn't that how it's supposed to go? You're always supposed to like encourage other people to do things that you don't want to do.
Yeah. So, yeah, great. So here's a guy who's like wanted for, armed robbery and stuff like that. And he's probably armed. He's probably got a good stockpile. He's mentally unstable. He's got a ham radio license, an extra class, that right there. And he's wanted in court. Go get him. Yeah, right.
Hi, I'm mentally unstable. What do you want to do?
Oh, and he hangs out on 7200 every weekend. Fabulous.
I think all of us are a little mentally unstable to a certain degree there. Go ahead.
No, I'm doing a good job of working on that the mental instability part of that control. I don't know. It's been rough, man. It's been rough. I'm gonna tell you that. But I don't know what to talk about, but I'm glad I'm talking to people. It's good to hear people talking.
Hey, speaking of I'm listening to you on my channel. What's going on with your transmitter?
I'm listening to me on your...
Yeah, I'm listening to you on 448.225. What are you using for a transmitter? No, maybe it's some kind of a spur or something. I got to do the math and see if it's related, but yeah, you hang on to the warranty card, or at least send in the warranty card to ICOM, because you might need it.
Yeah, I don't believe this radio would be doing that. One thing is the reason the amplifier.
I love this.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm exciting some rusted metal pipes outside.
It's happened to me before. I've never figured it out, but I've came through that same repeater, and I'm all the way down here. I don't know how it's happening, but
Yeah, but how are we keying up a 440 machine on single sideband? I mean, no, we're on AM, right? But how is that even possible?
what rig are you on?
Standards are sophisticated enough they'd have a star and a P and everything. That's why I'm saying that's truly remarkable.
Yeah, video's only good to 50 megs. So like I said, there's no way we need to keep it. It's going to go through this Henry, because I'm running it through the Henry. There's no way. There's like some piece of metal outside. And or there's a rusted or a dirty connection on my tuner. That could be causing it, but all the way up to 440 megahertz, that's a long way to go to extend that.
Weird. I don't know.
Man, that's the sharpest filters I've ever seen. What rig are you on? Don.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
What rig are you on?
This is a brand new out-of-box IC7300. It's 2 weeks old, with the stock mic and my Henry amplifier, of course.
Okay, I thought you were on the DX100. I was about to say, I've never seen filters that sharp on anything but a rice box. All right, well, it sounds pretty good.
I mean, I got a good old HP Spectra analyzer. I can really easily,
Yes.
there's a spur there, but I don't see that coming out of the Henry. I just don't. I don't know. I just don't see that. And then you're going to try to get that spur to go through what? 70-foot, very tired 9913? No. I don't know. Where is this supposed repeater located at? KU1MD.
It's on Long Island, right in the New York City area.
You could probably go on a web SDR and hear it.
I have no idea. But I have seen, when I did work for a radio company, I did see some very strange phenomena with lightning halos that went around the T1 and D2, and they were corroded. And what was happening is the cleaning people would handheld, and it was causing some type of reaction with the corrosion and rust around the building, was creating a non-harmonic repeater, the Johnson police repeater, constantly. And I had to go up there with all the way taped on a post, and I don't know what, megahertz apart from each other, and my service analyzer around the building, spot.
Jeez.
My own work radio was screaming off the hook. You know, I mean, Trump, I don't know. I ain't no 450. That's a fact. There's nothing coming at you. I don't see that.
That storm's right off the coast. Good Lord.
I'll bet you're missing some quality control check stickers on that rig.
Hey, look, you can go. I'm listening to it. You can probably listen to it on WebSDR if it's. You can find one. There's probably one that does 2 meters. I think Mike FEFs does. I lost him.
That's why I'm thinking, it takes a sophisticated rig to screw up that badly. I'm actually listening to you on a scanner right now, and I'm not even listening to you on a HF receiver. Well, if you want, I can send you a video. I can make a video recording of it and send it to you, or you could just take my word for it. Well, I mean, Perry heard it too, so. But, yeah, it's definitely happening. I wouldn't worry about it. It might just be propagation.
No matter how you guys travel, analyzing. Anything coming out of this rig. Not put it past corroded kitchens outside. Having to be,
By the way, where are you located? Oh, then it must be E-skip, because I'm trying to think like the propagation for 400 megahertz would be definitely different than it is for HF.
Yeah, let me put the thing outside.
No, I wouldn't worry about it. You know, we'll try it again next time, and if it persists, then worry about it. But I wouldn't give it any more thought tonight. Just enjoy your Sunday night.
Where'd you get the rig from? I said, where did you get the rig from?
Brand new out of the box. Showed up 2 weeks ago.
I don't know. I wouldn't worry about it. I just keep using the damn thing. But if you got a spectrum analyzer, what the hell? You may as well, see what's going on. And then if there's nothing, coming out of the radio, I don't know. But I would definitely look into it if you have the capability. So that would aggravate me if I had a brand new radio. And I was like, what do you mean I'm on 2 meters? I'm as far away from 2 meters as you could get.
I don't have no cost cable to hook the 32V2 up. Now I'm using it to hook this thing up. But I will check on these and dummy load. So we'll take a look.
Is that thing an all-mode transceiver, Clark?
Okay, I just hit the tune button, so radio. But I just tuned the amplifier. I don't know if that's going to make any difference.
Oops, I'm still hearing you.
That's crazy. Is it an AM or is it an FM?
Well, I guess it's on FM because it's on a scanner.
Well, it's on a repeater.
The only way this rig could be possibly an FM repeater is that somehow it's also transmitting FM at the same time.
Well, maybe that's it.
Well, Clark, you said it's a repeat. It's a repeater, not a scanner. You're listening on a scanner. You could be listening on an HT or anything. It's being repeated somehow, some way. Is it just him, Clark, or is it us too?
No, it's just him.
What the? There'll be 3 MMR for ID because I'm losing my mind thinking about this.
Well, I mean, I know what to do. I can do 2 tests. I can check the C141P with everything in the book in it. And, yeah, they are affected a little so, in the document. So I can check this thing with the dummy load and then with the antenna. But, you got me. I don't know. The thing's got the FCC tag on the back, so the type accepted. Repeater in Long Island, that's craziness. If he was right down the street from me. Yeah, I'll check that out on HP and see what she's doing.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, with the COVID-19 thing, a lot of the rigs are being rushed out of the factory, and maybe they aren't as quality checked as you would expect. How old is this?
2 weeks old. I don't know. It came in 2 weeks ago. I can't. I don't know exactly what data manufacturer it was made. I would have to look at that. I do know I have. Hello. No, that's okay. I was not talking a little bit on the end of the trapezoid. A little. Might have a little visual out there because of the rain. But let me weird. Test. This is an odd band. I have to see it. And then it's got that. You know what? Analyzer will say, it's that. It's last year. I mean, it's highly possible. I am studying. Could be happening.
Well, like I said, I wouldn't worry about it. You never know. It could also be the effects of the weather.
You know what? That's a good point, because I'm having some funky stuff going on here because of the weather, but hold on a second here. Yeah, I got some funky stuff going on here because of the weather, so I'm sure that might have, maybe that has, I don't know. It's a brand new radio, so you said that 9913, is that old? Trying to find out how I could buy one of these lightning detectors for lightningmaps.org. These things look pretty cool. It's like a little kit.
You want a lightning detector? All you need is a portable AM radio and tune it all the way to the bottom of the broadcast band and leave it on listen, and there's your lightning detector.
Well, that's how this thing works. It receives on VLF. I don't know the exact frequency, but and then it sends that data at the time, that it senses a light strike, sends it to a server, and then that, along with all the hundreds of other detectors, it computes the I guess the time differences and in times, you know, and I guess somehow it can figure out where these lightning strikes are.
Oh gosh, sounds just like the Kiwi SDR time difference of arrival TDOA system.
Right, but probably a little more advanced.
Yeah, it's not more advanced. It's actually easier because it's a lower frequency.
Well, yeah. Well, maybe because it's, I don't know, it might be real precise because of how many different, you know, stations it's using when we're only using only 4 or 5.
And there you go. So you can be part of the lightningmaps.org network of receivers. That'd be worth it.
Yeah, this is pretty cool, man. Mike's got a couple of them. Feffy Feff.
That's right.
Yeah, I'd like to order one of these. I just gotta figure out how. It's like you gotta go through, you know, I gotta like go to their forum and then you can figure out how to order them from a thread. It's like, why don't you have order here? I'll just ask Mike how he got his.
Anywhere, so it's nice, all in one system. So there's something to be said for that. Even though right now it's telling me, hey, dummy, get off the key. You don't have enough airflow. So I'm gonna do that. W2BTK. I don't want to like pass it to anybody. So you know, we'll just figure it out.
Well, the other, not my building these two, building this other one, like I said, I got the 2 transmitters in the Westinghouse. I forgot. I have a Heathkit DX100 sitting across the room that I also need to get working. You know, like us, along with the Hallicrafters and the hammer on the receiver.
Lightning maps?
Say that again?
Is Mike participating in the Lightning Maps thing?
Yeah, if you go to lightningmaps.org and you can like pull up, you know, like you can select to see the stations on the map, and like you can see like a detailed map of like this, maps the stations in detail, and you can see Milford. You zoom in like to Pennsylvania and you can see Mike's station there in Milford. And I know he talked about it before, and that's how I knew it was obviously him. My father, he's been taking those Skywarn classes of internet things and webinars, and he's getting setting up a nice weather station at his house. And I guess through that new system, Yaesu System Fusion, you could pull up like weather stations on your radio and stuff, and from all around the country. It's pretty cool.
Well, that's a great thing to do, Skywarn.
Yeah, I think he's done 2 of their webinars. I think he's a certified spotter now.
Yep, I love weather stuff. I had to do a lot, well, as you can imagine, a lot of that for the pilot's license thing, but it was fascinating to learn about weather and what causes it.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a meteorologist. Like, I was addicted to the Weather Channel when I was young. And I've always been into the weather stuff. I always find it fascinating. But if I had more time, I would do that. I still got to take my extra. I've been procrastinating on that. And once I do that, then I'll worry about taking other classes and all that fun stuff.
Extra? Who are you going to talk to in the extra band?
Well, I'm friends with a bunch of my father's friends that talk on 3745 in the morning, and And I'm friends with some of the guys that get down on 3705 too. Timmy goes down there, and Steve and KD3HT and a few of the other guys that I get on with either in the morning or on Saturdays. That and all the good DXs and the extra portion of the bands on the other bands. Okay there. Hey there. Yeah.
Hey, all kinds of stuff out there. And I don't think it's coming. Hello, 1, 2. Yep, that's it. Yeah, nothing on the HP analyzer, not the antenna too.
Well, you never know. It could be a harmonic created by the dissolved metals in the atmosphere.
I mean, that would be...
Watch something. She's just going overnight. This will be the first chance that I've had to sit down and...
Right now, I've got a long wire hooked into this HP analyzer, a 50 meg scan, both sides of 400 meg. Nothing. So, I mean, with the stuff I'm seeing on
Clark.
electric radio, unless they're receiving it and retransmitting it, that could be happening.
Well, it's in real time. I'm listening to you in real time. In fact, I'm listening to you on it now. But I'm wondering, well, you know what? I wonder, I need to check the FCC rules and see if ham radio operators are responsible for, like, fences and stuff like that, for, like, rectifying joints on nearby fences. Because maybe that's what's happening. Maybe do you have, like, one of those chain link fences in your neighborhood? Because if that's what's happening, if the signal's being imposed on that, there's like a gate, one of those gate latches that is sitting just right and rectifying in that and then re-radiating it on 448 megahertz. I'm kind of curious if you're responsible for that.
And I'm looking, Clark, honest to God, Don, just sent me a video of you transmitting on 448.225. I can email it to you if you want to. I guess I can download this. Yeah, if I can download this, I'll send it to you via email.
You guys doubled. You only doubled on HF, but that I don't mean to complicate stuff. Anyway, N1 BCG, wow, boy, weird, huh?
Yeah, and I got, Don, I'll email you this video. Clark just sent me a video. 448.225 on his scanner. Let me play it.
That somehow is also transmitting FM at the same time.
Yeah, that was recorded on his scanner.
No, he went to the men's room, I think, and things got that upsetting.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a new radio too, it would be kind of upsetting.
I saw an article somewhere. I needed to try to dig it up, but I didn't have an ICOM. I didn't have a new ICOM, but someone was saying that ICOM was the factory was hit by the COVID thing, and a lot of the quality control people were furloughed, and so some of the rigs were going out, not quite. And I'm thinking, hey, if his rig's 2 weeks old, well, you know what? That might be one of those rigs.
That's a good point, Clark.
I'm looking for all options here. I'm trying not to miss over the obvious ones, but that's what I've got so far. N1 BCG. Until we come up with a good answer, we'll just file it under G for go figure.
Hey, Mike, K3FEF was listening. He wrote on my live feed for the Florida Man Google thing. Florida man loses his shorts while breaking into a car dealership.
See, now, was that pickup truck worth it?
I know, right?
I guess I should go check the K3FEF web SDR here. I don't know if Steve's is back up and running. Anyway, yeah, I should check Steve's. Hold on a second, since airtime is now Steve's. Wow, Mike must be loving this. The popularity of that. Oh no, it's actually now with this new scanner thing. Well, that's just done, but you never know where anyone's going to be heard. Anyone BCG?
Yeah, Mike's web SDR is popular, man. I mean, even with Steve's going, Mike's is still real popular. A lot of sidebanders and stuff use that. A lot of the AM guys are on Steve's, but I mean, Mike's gets used on every single band, and he puts a lot of hard work into that. And all this, the extra traffic is going to help him. He put, ads on there, and just to help out, with donation, basically like a donation for the web browser, So this is, I'm sure every little bit helps.
Yeah, let's see. He's got a PayPal account. He's got a Patreon. He's got a GoFundMe. Do you think Mike's sending a message?
I think times are tight, man.
I think Tanya's saying, you better start making some money off of this hobby of yours, or it's all going out by the curb for the garbage man on Monday. Uh-oh, and that's tomorrow.
Yeah, he might be, and that's probably why we haven't heard him, because he's over there doing his honey-do list for Tanya, and I know he loves her to death, so he's probably doing everything he can.
Now, Perry, I got to tell you a funny Tanya Mike story. So back on December 11, we were doing the Transatlantic Tests anniversary, the 98th one up RL. Was up there. Well, so we're, it's the morning. We're starting the event. We're trying to make contact stuff. Tanya couldn't join us because she had to stay home. Came up. So we're trying to make some contacts. Guess who the first contact is? It's Tanya. And so she's talking away to Brian on the air. And I turned to Mike. I'm like, that's your wife. And he goes, oh, my God, it's Tanya. So she apparently broke free from those marital chains, waited for Mike to be out of the hacienda, said to herself, I can do this. Fired up the rig, keyed up, and she was our first contact for the Transatlantic Test anniversary. How's that for XYL Power?
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I remember that. And I was the first contact for W1AW during the AM rally. I sent them my QSL card. They should have got it by now. I'm sure they did. I got some made up and sent a few out last week. Well, that's pretty cool, man. That would have been definitely that definitely would have surprised me.
What, have you heard your ex-wife on your rig or elsewhere? Yeah, I'm sure that would be a hell of a surprise.
Yes, exactly.
Where did Don go? Boy, this must have been a real bathroom excursion.
I think he's trying to figure out what's wrong with his radio.
Well, better safe than sorry, huh?
That's right. I'll be right back. I gotta try something here. I'll be right back.
I think we should all just go do something. I'll be back too. N1 BCG. Somebody on frequency, be entertaining, because you never know. Sorry, who is that? Oh, are you on? I think you're on sideband. Hold on a second. I got to jump over the sideband. Let's try that one more time. Who's this? All right, I got you tuned in. KB something W. Well, good evening. What's new and exciting? You got Clark here, N1 BCG, Southwestern Connecticut. Man, the static crashes are nasty tonight. Sorry about that, OM. I'm having a hard time hearing you. But if you had to look on the bright side, it's for a real good reason, so I wouldn't be too concerned about it. And K1MB back. I'm actually hearing you better on UHF than I am on HF because there's less static there. Cloud went the other way. Hold on 1 second. Let me try reconfigurating here. I'll be right back. N1 BCG.
Yeah.
And Perry's back.
Yep, that's right. I'm back. Breaker.
He's the light preserver who's going to help out now for a minute while I step away.
Why? What are you doing?
I got to go refill the glass. I'll be right back.
All right.
I got to go get my Perry life jacket on it.
Okay. Have fun. We'll catch you when you get back. W3MMR.
And Don's back, figuring out his UHF excursions.
I can't hear nothing.
Are they partying up there or what?
I don't know. I'm not even looking up there, but I guess so.
Clark and Perry and everybody, they were down here. And then I got bored on 85 and came down here. And I guess that was the same time they went up there. Huh. It's funny how that works.
I don't know.
Oh, well.
ADD, I could be
Martinis.
Man, Don, them static crashes took you out, pal. I can't really hear much anymore. Unless you're like 40 over. But, yeah, right now the static crashes are getting really, really bad. W3MMR.
Perry. The glass from the past.
What's up, Daryl? How's this thing sounding? This thing sounding alright? Am I strong up there, Daryl?
Strong enough. A lot of static crashes, but you about the loudest one I hear.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. I gotta restart this thing. Hold on. He was, Daryl. Wink, wink.
300. 2 weeks old at the bottom. Going into my Henry. And I've got to do a talk inspection. I mean, even if I was excited to do the middle standing yard, I just don't see that. I don't know. Hey, Don. Static crash is so terrible I could barely make out what you're saying. Can you hear him down there, Perry?
No, every couple words, but unless you're like 40 over, I can't. I'm having a rough time with you.
Yeah. Turn the horsepower up. Does that help any?
A little bit. Yeah, it's getting rough though.
250 watts, 300 watts of carrier. Thing will keep going.
Heard you say 250 watts of carrier. Yeah, I'm running around there. A little bit less than that.
Yeah, it's exactly 250 watts of carrier, and I don't want to subject the LMAX to any more than that.
Right. Alright, well, I'm gonna get out of here, I think, man. Clark, are you back yet? No, I got some cleaning up I gotta do around the shack, and I want to test a few things out. I'll be listening. I'm not leaving quite yet, but I'll be listening out. Yeah. So, we'll be around. That's for sure. W3MMR.
Stops the power output of the transmitter. You can't transmit because there's no power. It won't allow the power to go through. I imagine it.
What?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut everything off, man. I just seen great big lightning just came across, so I'm gonna shut everything off and unplug all this stuff. Over.
Yeah, alright, man. We'll catch up with you, Daryl. I'm gonna sit back and relax. Put on the quiet side for a bit of a great hearing. I'm working this Henry 3KD Classic. Daryl, I'll see you.
You on a what?
Henry 3KD Classic. I got an new amplifier.
Ah, it's an 8772 Bennett?
Nah, it's a 1200 D7. 3CX 1200 D7.
Because I have a 3K Classic console.
Yeah, I have the desktop model. The 3KD was made from 96 to 98. It only made it a couple years.
Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, I got one with the 877 tube in it. Something wrong with it. I put it to the side. All right, then let me get out of here, man. I just sent another flash, so I'm going to get out of here. 73s, I'll talk to you later, Perry. This is KD2AFL. I'm out. Pulling the plug.
All right, there. I'll take care of 7-3. W3 on March. Standing by.
So I can't take figure out these. The kids are getting smarter and smarter. You know, like a 15-year-old that just go over and say, "Hey, hack this radio." I guarantee they'll hack it.
When though? I mean, somebody's got to do it.
Yeah. Well, my son's a terror, but he's I told him I don't even want to know what you're doing. Because he shows me some stuff, and I don't even want to know. I really don't.
Well, they should get him to do. I mean, it would be smart, even if ICOM is trying to be like, no, we don't want to encourage like all that kind of stuff. You know, even if they were like that, they would sell so many radios if somebody released some kind of patch or something. You could upload your ICOM to open up the TX bandwidth to, you know, something low up to like 5K or whatever. People would like go out and buy them. So ICOM should just pay, you know, your kid or something to like just leak that or something and pretend that like they had nothing to do with it and somebody just like hacked it, and then you'll see ICOM 7300 sales just go woo through the roof, man.
Yeah, but the thing is with that, you know, from a manufacturer standpoint, why would they want to go and find out a way to make a older, you know, because I think that radio's got a couple of years on it now. Why make an older one better when you can just, you know, here's a completely new piece of hardware with pretty much the same firmware in it, but it's newer. So therefore, let's, you know, sell the crap out of that and, you know, let the 7300s kind of go to the used market. I think they already, isn't there something that has replaced that already, or at least kind of like a generation newer than the 7300? I don't really keep up to date with the new stuff, so I have no clue, but I was thinking it was already, like there was already a replacement for it already.
As far as I know, there is, yes.
Yeah, I heard about it. And then they came out with its twin that's like a VHF UHF radio, and that one's even cooler.
Well, you can get the. All you gotta do is call. You gotta call Flex, and they'll give you. You can unlock these, but these are locked if you want to do the Mars mod on them.
Well, does it work on 27 meg?
I don't know, but as far as I know, it opens the whole radio up. I'm pretty sure everything is open, and yes, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's cool. My radio has 11 meters built into it. There's a VFO position for that because it's from the 50s. That was a ham band, but that's my excuse. I guess, excuse me, by the way, I wouldn't have an excuse if I had it in non and I was using it, or it worked there, you know. What? W2BTK?
Nah, enough. Listen to anyone you want, but you can't talk. It's the man said that. The man, Bob. The man said that. Oh, there you go. I'm still hearing you, Shelby. You're still coming in here.
Yeah, I know these static crashes seem to be getting worse. I don't know what, but it seems like everything's the static's getting louder, because there for a little bit ago you were like under the noise there, and I don't know what was going on. Yeah, the static was completely wiping you out. Bob, of course, is strong as he normally is down here. But Hopefully it gets a little darker. The band will kind of, once night comes a little bit better, the band kind of like gets a little bit better now. But who knows whether that will happen or not. KB30UK.
Yeah, I got some peaks up in the 30 to 40 range here sometimes, but that's just the way it is. And the band's fluttering around up and down. Probably start to fade out. I guess the band's going to go long soon. Whatever. Propagation is propagation. It's the Propagation Express. We ride it all the time.
You getting any fade on me? I got my antenna real low to the ground, so I usually hang a little longer.
Yeah, you're about the same as you usually are, but before you were taking fades out as far as S9, S10.
I say you're booming in over here. You're almost 20 over. Mine's low to the ground too. This one's only about 20 feet up at the moment. I need to get it higher. Well, either get it higher or I'm thinking about replacing it with something else. I really don't know. But the problem is it works good for close-in stuff, 200-300 miles out, but trying to get further out is a lot harder. Like I can talk to Timmy, clear up Maine, but the problem is, that's only like real late at night. Trying to do it earlier in the day or like earlier in the evening, a lot of times I can hardly hear him. But later at night, I can just barely get up there to Maine to where he's at. But that's what you get when you run an antenna that's pretty much on the ground, relative terms for this frequency.
Yeah. Wow, 20 feet. Yeah, mine's a little higher. Mine's probably it's just under 40 feet at the feed point. So not too bad, not too great. But it does have that effect. Like I can talk locally, really, really well. But DX is whatever. Actually, excuse me, I get the burps. I was on FT8 earlier today on 80 meters down there. And if you want, you can look at my on pskreporter.info. You just type my call sign. You can see my propagation map. See, which way my antenna is favoring, and the signal this afternoon with 40 watts on FT8. But that's always interesting to see. So I could talk about it, but you could just go look on PSK Reporter. W2BTK.
Yeah, I've done similar things before on WSPR before. You use that mode to kind of look online to see what all stations were actually hearing that beacon, and even half a watt or 1 watt or whatever I was running. I don't even remember. You can kind of see which direction. Of course, that low to the ground, it's pretty much an omni antenna, but you can see as the night goes on that it does start to reach out further and further. But daytime you're only talking about 100-mile range, if that, and then at night 4 or 5 at the most, maybe a little longer if the receiving station, whoever's on the other end or whatever, has a lot better antenna than what I'm running.
Yeah, that's the thing. You get really skewed results with it, but a lot of the guys list what kind of antenna they have there on the page, so you can sort of make sense of it, but it's a relative thing. You can just see oh yeah, look, I'm pretty northeast, southwest, right up and down the coast. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some ice cream. I'll see you gents later. KC2UDZ.
All right, Ken. Catch you later.
Well,
I guess I'll wander away from the radio for a little bit.
234 audio. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 audio.
You're up, so I have no idea. It's coming and going, but you guys are up. I mean, both very strapping here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, it's actually, well, it's fairly early. It's only a little bit after 8 o'clock, so it's kind of early. So, you know, the band doesn't really get going real good till around 9 o'clock or so, you know. Anyway. So, yeah, we're running enough power here. I'm sure I can be heard all over the place, and that's good enough. I don't want to be too obscene.
You got to check the SDRs down south. I don't know exactly which way your antenna favors, but that's the direction you want to go. Like, so I'm always checking those web SDRs around DC, Georgia, places like that, because I'm interested in having a good signal there.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, I used to, when Clark was talking to us, or emailing his friends in the Netherlands and stuff, they definitely hear me over there.
Well, that's another story, man. Europe, I don't do that well in Europe. I mean, you know, like I was saying, my dipole is real low to the ground, but it's all local where I'm the strongest, and it's kind of trippy because it really falls off. Like, I got no DX lobes, you know. It's all straight up, I guess.
Yeah, well, my antenna's up at 88 feet, so it's up a ways.
Comes in handy when the band goes along and does start going along. At least you don't hear the far away stuff coming in. So it does have its advantages of running a low antenna. But then you don't get to talk out as far either.
That's right. Yeah, you're right, Shelby.
Yup. And I notice when the band goes long and everybody starts fading, you see them go one by one. Having the lowest antenna out of like most people, well, except for you, Shelby, that I talk to out here by a little bit. I usually hang. Like, it's weird, and I'll be the last one to drop off. No, it works. You're just we're down a little lower. It looks like you're up there on 75.
Right, maybe that'll work better.
That's more better. How you doing, Scott?
Hey, buddy. Yeah, sounds like Billy over here.
Hello.
Hey,
W2BTK.
K1KBW. Keep baffling Washington.
KB30UK.
K1MB.
So I figured since we got this virus going around, I would watch World War Z. Man, that was not exactly a good movie to watch.
I've been having trouble finding anything to watch. Like, I started watching that Tiger King show, and I've been trying to get through the first episode for like 2 weeks. I finally did it. I'm in the second episode, like maybe 10-15 minutes in, and I just keep falling asleep, man. I can't. It's been weeks, and I'm like 15 minutes in the second episode. I was searching around last night trying to find some. I scrolled through all the movies and then just went to sleep.
I don't know what you got, but I'm sure you've heard of the Game of Thrones, but have you ever checked out Warehouse 13?
Game of Thrones, yeah. I saw the whole thing, unfortunately.
Yeah, you ever seen Warehouse 13?
Oh,
I haven't seen that one.
There's a TV series on the Sci-Fi Channel about all kinds of artifacts that people had that do weird crap to people and all that. And these secret service agents go out and look for this stuff. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, Warehouse 13. Yeah, I watched that. Well, that was actually quite a while ago. I didn't know it was still back on the air.
No, it's not back on. I mean, I got all 5 seasons on CD, but I think YouTube or Yahoo or something like that. If you search around, you can usually find it. That was a pretty good series. I stumbled onto that by accident.
I'll give it a shot.
Well, the people playing the characters work well off each other, and trust me, there's all kinds of movie jokes.
Man, the lightning crashes are getting angry.
Yeah, they're getting nasty up here. Ah, man. There was somebody saying it was snow static, but I think it's a little bit more than that.
Yeah, that sounds more like thunderstorm to me, not snow or anything. But where it's coming from, I have no clue. It's definitely not around here. We just have rain, no thunderstorms.
Yeah, it's just snowing. Looks like central New York. It looks like snow. All the rest is storms. Off the coast, it looks like Philadelphia and Delaware.
What?
storms are off the coast of Baltimore and Philly and New York. And that's where it's all coming from, pretty much. The only snow I'm seeing on the map is not
to the south and east. Yeah, down around, looks like, looking at a lightning map, looks like North Carolina, off the coast, you know, just off the east coast there, off of like New York and New Jersey. No wonder. Wow. Of course, I don't think it's going to get any better tonight. KB30UK.
Yeah, it's pretty trash. The band, I just scrolled up and down the band, and it's dead. I mean, there's not a lot of ham radio activity on 80 meters tonight.
Well, at least nobody on AM. Sideband, however, sounds like they're out in full force.
After this net on 3814 on TGIF Network. We'll see you later, everybody. Be safe. Have a great week.
Davis.
Adelante, Charles.
Many years with her two young children when she lived over on Darby Road, so I'll be darned. I don't know why I didn't know that. Where am I? K2AM. Go ahead, Rick.
Okay, thank you, Lloyd. Thanks for running the net. Well, this coming week is a very busy week in the church calendar. There's 3 optional memorials and 2 memorials, so very busy. On Wednesday, we have a memorial for St. Catherine of Siena, a 14th century saint. She's a virgin and doctor of the church. She and Teresa of Avila were the first women doctors of the church. She was the youngest of 24 children, was a Dominican tertiary, Third Order Dominion, and was a mystic, author, stigmatist, patron of Italy, and was very involved in papal politics during the 14th century. And then we have Pius V on Thursday, optional memorial. He's a very busy pontificate for 6 years. Organized the Holy League to defeat the Muslims at the Battle of Lepanto, excommunicated Elizabeth I of England, and reformed the church. And there's not time to talk about the others. So we'll say 73 to everyone. Thanks again for running the net, Lloyd. It's K2AM.
Well, thank you, Rex, and thanks always for your contribution to our better knowledge of our faith. It's a huge help when you do this. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. K-E-H-A-T-O. Go ahead, Dave. Hey, Dave, you have a great weekend, and great to hear you, and we'll hopefully see you next week. N-H-D-G-D. Go.
Okay, very good. Thanks a lot. Thanks to you for all that information. And I never tire of this net, so I'll tell you, when I first heard about it, I was very excited. And I think it's cute that a bunch of guys get together and express and share their faith over the air. I think it's wonderful. So thanks a lot for everything there, Lloyd. DGD.
Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it, and I know Ted appreciates it as well, so thank you. So, let's go. Where are we? I'll get it right. KB3H. Go ahead, John.
Thank you, Lloyd. And Deacon John, may you have a long ministry. Thank you for your service to the diaconate, and health and happiness to everybody on the net. Thanks for running the net, Lloyd.
You're very welcome, and thank you for getting on our net every week. Appreciate it. Okay, let's head back to Mississippi. K9EYZ. Go.
I tell you, the 20-meter net today was very good. I think you're going to find every week's going to get easier and easier, and you just did a great job, and thank you again. Over to Ted. Ted, again, just great to hear you. W1HGY, go.
Thanks very much, Lloyd, and thanks to everyone for their words. They really count. W1HGY, thanks for running the next.
Paul, did Ted hand it over to
Roger that. Yeah, you said thanks for the prayers and back. I heard you well, Ted. K3CUNT, K1NOB. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. Ted, thank you very much, too. It's great to have you, and hope your rehab goes well. K2HVE. Go ahead, Chris.
Roger. Good evening, Lloyd. Good evening to the net once again. Prayers out to all the families that need them, and I guess we just keep trudging.
Closer actually to 74, but it makes it easy to spot myself. I'm doing about 10, 15 over. Everybody else is doing about 20 over. Billy, you're hitting almost 30 over. Bad crashes are probably about 20 over though when they happen. So it is what it is. KB30 UK.
I'm only doing about 20 over down on that thing? Wow. Man, I might have to crank this thing up to full power.
Do it. Obscene power.
Yeah, I'm already running obscene power. If I turn it up any more, it'd be ridiculous power.
Well, yeah, it might be some conditions. I don't know what it is, but me and you kind of trade. Like sometimes you're here, sometimes I am. I noticed in those FDRs down south, we do a lot of like signal swapping.
Yeah, well, it's propagation. That's one thing you can't. Somebody say, I put out a better signal than you do. Yeah, maybe tonight you do, but tomorrow night I'll crush it. It's just the way it goes here.
You're running about 20 to 25. He's running 25 to 30.
Ludicrous power, man. Ludicrous power. And then you might go plaid.
I don't have much. I don't know. Well, whatever. That's the way the cookie crumbles tonight.
Tell me you've never seen baseball.
I have. It went right over my head, though. I remember the scene.
I don't have any space between mine.
Nice as it rocks. You just gotta pull it up on YouTube, and all you have to do is type in ludicrous speed, and they'll pull up the clip. It is absolutely hysterical.
Keep firing! Man, I need to get a monkey puppet or something. All I can do is the atomic yellow.
Yeah, well, monkey puppets, that's easy.
Hold on, I got something.
Don't feel pregnant.
Oh, it's the cat toy. The cat's playing with her cat toy.
I got that rubber chicken.
You got the rubber chicken, and I'll go get the trombone.
All I got is a rock.
I'm getting 20 over crashes here, so. And the storm went right over top of us today. It was really bad. I got
better than this by now, but oh well.
Man, you just came way up, though. That was crazy.
Well, when you guys were talking power, I flipped the big switch.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm running the Henry now in the high power mode.
Yeah, I'm running. It's not illegal till I modulate it.
Yeah, well, but it, like the standard crashes are like 20 over now. When I first sat down here an hour ago, it was below S9. It rained all day today, and the storms, it just swiped things. I was on 40 for a little bit, and it just got I couldn't take it anymore.
Oh no, it's the rubber chicken.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, there's the hood.
It sounds like it's being raped.
It could do CW too.
Never a dull moment.
That's the joys of AM.
It sounds like mini Chewbacca being had from behind.
The rubber chicken.
This guy band is boring.
I only got one good sound toy. Dude, this is so funny to me. I can't get over it. Here, let me turn the volume up.
Guess what, bitch? Coronavirus!
Years ago, I had a old ceramic line insulator that would sit on the desk and tap on it with a screwdriver, and yeah, the ringing it made sure was interesting over the air.
Lunch is all done. The apple pie is ready. There's apple pie upstairs just out of the oven.
The rubber chicken.
Can't have any.
And the monkey puppet.
Okay, Willoughby. We're all gonna make it, everybody. We're all gonna make it.
What must be interesting?
Yeah, that monkey puppet is that's a coronavirus killer for sure.
You know, I don't even understand how this is possible, but my wife is standing here beside me holding our 3-month-old daughter asleep. Oh, she's not asleep? Well, I thought she was because all this noise that's going on, I don't know how she slept through that.
She's horrified and she just can't say anything.
Well, why she didn't start screaming at some of those noises. It seems like she's satisfied, with a binky in her mouth and being rocked to sleep. Somehow she's managed to get the cat out of the blind. This place is turning into a madhouse, not on the air.
Well, she wasn't upset when she's an AM on the making.
Man, the band's really starting to stretch out, so everybody's getting weak in here. So I probably am too, pal. I'll get out of here. It's early. It's 8:34. But watch a little bit of the Blue Tube tonight. Haven't watched it in a while. Was busy last couple of nights. Did some furnace work on the furnace. Put a zone valve in. Put a 40 amp breaker in the box here. Got rid of the 30 amp that was in here because I keyed the E-rig and it was kicking the 30 amp breaker out. So I got to go up to 40. So went up to 40 amps and now it's working fine. So I was kind of busy working on this stuff and was out in the yard the other day because it was like 72 degrees. Today it was raining most of the day, but anyway. So, we'll see. I'm kind of tired. So watch a little bit of the tube and maybe I'll get on a little bit later. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So, anyway. 7-3, everybody. Billy, Scott, Shelby, anybody else in there, have a good one. K1 KBW, keep baffling Washington or keep binking women, whatever you want.
All right, Bobby, see you later. Yeah, I'm going to go out and get some of this apple pie. You guys sound good here in Ohio tonight. WD8BIL, bye-bye.
7-3 is here, buddy.
Smell you later. You leave that chicken alone. W2BTK on Montana Mountain.
Stops transmitting for a minute, and suddenly the frequency gets invaded by everybody else.
So, anybody want to hear the latest wacko conspiracy theory? See, UNB. You ready? Nobody? No takers for the latest conspiracy?
anybody's still in here, I think I'm going to get off here as say 73s. KB3 OUK. Catch you all again later.